Man, Saturday. Man. Oh, yeah, it is Saturday. I'm tweaking. Lock in. Oh, shit. Yo, what's good, chat, man? Let's get it, man. Alright, y'all. We finna get into with some more Lil Durk update. Let's get it, man.
Absolutely awful news for Lil Durk has just come out. Some new paperwork has just been released, and it looks like Lil Durk's going to be hit with another murder charge.
Not another murder. Damn, another murder charge? What the fuck? Damn, God damn. Like, every time, bro, it never fails, y'all. This nigga, ever since he been locked up, that's all I've been hearing, just straight bad news, bro, for real. This shit is crazy.
If only there had been somebody that had been saying that Lil Durk might have been connected to other murders for several years. I don't know if there were any YouTubers out there that had, maybe made a few videos or, maybe done a few deep dives into Durk's history and suggested that, he may well have had a few other bodies under his belt, but apparently it's now stamped, okay?
Dang.
The feds are allegedly planning to file supplementary charges, and Lil Durk is officially about to be charged with another murder. So, you might remember this video I did, right? Let me pull it up. You might remember this video I did, The Many Murders of Lil Durk. And in this video, I suggested, or more just observed, that Lil Durk's name has been connected to as many as 6 murders. Okay, obviously the murder of FBG Duck, that was very high profile. His brother
wait a
Defang
minute.
had been alleged to have lined it up, and obviously he ended up getting killed before he could face justice. Now, allegedly, there was revenge for Durk's brother, and numerous people were apparently murdered in revenge for Durk's brother Defang.
I mean, shit, he didn't touch Duck, though. He ain't killed Duck. Come on, bro.
Defang being killed. These two guys, Oil and J-Ski, were a couple of guys that were killed at a gas station in what was allegedly a retaliation, but also Stefan Mack. And that, I believe, is the murder that they're actually trying to put on Lil Durk now. I broke it all down in this video a year ago, reaching nearly 2 years ago. In November, this video will be 2 years old. But now it is official, okay, that they are apparently going to be hitting Durk with these charges. So this is Durk All Day on Twitter. It's a page that's kind of been following Durk's legal challenges for quite some time. And they've basically said Didi wants the judge to reconsider his detention, but it seems like the government is considering filing supplemental charges by June the 3rd, adding 2 alleged incidents as direct evidence, including the Chicago case and a 2019 incident. So I got the paperwork for you guys here, and it's bad. Okay.
Dang.
So the defendant, Didi, DeAndre Wilson, is basically asking for reconsideration of potential bail. Okay, and the feds are clapping back. They're basically saying that there definitely is going to be some tough charges that are coming up. So basically it says they're sort of arguing, Mr. Wilson's alleged role is materially subordinate to every other charged defendant. All the alleged participants are in custody and the alleged enterprise is dismantled. Since the original detention hearing, the government itself has narrowed the allegations against Mr. Wilson, removing its specific allegation that Mr. Wilson was responsible for paying the alleged bounty for the killing of Lil Pab. So second, Mr. Wilson has already spent more than 18 months in pretrial custody, and trajectory points to much longer. That's because, and we didn't know this until now, so this is low-key Didi's defense are actually kind of leaking the fact that the state are planning to add more charges. It says the government has informed defense counsel it's considering filing supplemental charges by June the 3rd, 2024. It said the new charges would add 2 alleged incidents as direct evidence, including conduct the government has affirmatively withdrawn from its case in chief 3 months ago. Supplemental charges of that scope will not permit the August 20th trial date to hold, and Mr. Wilson's pre-trial detention is poised to become indefinite. So they're basically saying you got to give Didi another chance to get bail, because the government are about to put a whole other murder and a shooting on these guys as part of the whole enterprise, and there ain't no way that I'm going to get my speedy trial by August 20th. I'm going to be in detention for pre-trial indefinite. I could be here for years, forever. Okay?
Man, I do not see Dirt beating this shit. I'm sorry. Like, this nigga is done for. It's over with. For real, chat. This nigga done. I don't see it. I just don't.
he wants to be let out, right? So that's basically where it goes down. And this kind of says that the government superseding indictment that came second, it charged Mr. Wilson and all the 5 co-defendants with conspiracy, aiding and abetting, using of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, and stalking, aiding and abetting use of carrying, discharging firearms, including a machine gun, in furtherance of violence, all resulting in death. Basically, the worst possible charges you could ever get. Okay, and they're basically saying, look, the government withdrew certain evidence concerning the 2022 Chicago incident at the Lamine hearing. I believe that is actually the murder of Stephon Mack. So they're basically saying that the government informed defense counsel they're actually considering supplemental charges that would charge the 2022 incident and an incident in 2019 from Atlanta as direct evidence. That 2019 incident from Atlanta is the alleged attempted murder that King Von and Durk committed together when they were with AAB Hella Bands, who ended up dying in Miami randomly, and THF Bezu, who is now also dead. So Durk's the only person still alive that was even there for that attempted murder, right? So this is a big problem. They said that the court denied Mr. Wilson's motion to sever from Durk. They said the severance motion was considerably stronger before the government's withdrawal of the Chicago incident. That's the Stephon Mack murder. The government now signaled intention to bring both the Chicago incident and a previously unproposed 2019 Atlanta incident into the case as direct evidence, but neither involves Mr. Wilson. So low-key, he's not throwing Durk under the bus, but what he is doing is basically saying that you guys are adding in the murder of Stephon Mack and the armed robbery in 2019 that King Von and Durk did together,
Right.
where they attempted to murder somebody. He's basically saying, look, you guys are I got nothing to do with none of this. This is nothing to do with me.
Trying to cop
So
a plea.
please don't include me in that. And they're basically airing it out and putting it in front of the world that the state are allegedly planning to add those 2 incidents, the Stephon Mack murder and the attempted murder in.
Man, they just throwing shit on dirt, man. At this point, they just finding shit. These motherfuckers in the lab, like, yep, throw this on dirt, throw that shit on dirt, yep, he killed him too, yep. They just throwing shit on dirt at this point. Like, come on, man.
Imagine being able to build a
Then he got a goddamn
just by thinking
ad.
about it. Meet base
I need to pay for
44.
this shit.
In Atlanta outside the varsity. So he's basically just trying to move. He wants to have another crack at severing. Okay, they're basically saying that, look, they're rebutting. It struggles the rebuttal presumption. The offence is charged in 1 to 4. Mr. Wilson satisfies his light burden of production. He's produced concrete evidence that conditions exist that can reasonably assure his appearance and the community's safety. So he just wants bail, right? He just wants to be released back to his family residence in Illinois. Okay, he does not have any allegations that he personally participated in violence. The dismantled state of the alleged conspiracy with every defendant in custody. He's basically saying, look, everyone's locked up. The whole gang's locked up. The whole enterprise is over. Just let me get some bail.
Oh, bro.
Especially if you're going to add a bunch of stuff that I wasn't around for.
Hey, he like, please, man, I ain't do shit, man. What are y'all talking about? I ain't do none of this shit y'all saying, man. Y'all added extra charges and shit. I ain't do this. Let me go. Oh, bro. I feel him.
It makes me wonder if this is something that is actually going to go well for him. And it goes on to say, consider what the first SSI does not allege. The government does not claim Mr. Wilson placed the bounty, coordinated the murder, procured the rental car, ski mask or hotel room, drove any vehicle involved in the shooting, or rode in the shooting vehicle, or wore a mask, or fired a weapon, or participated in the shooting itself, or was present when the shots were fired, or paid a bounty. Okay, they're basically saying that all the superseding indictment alleges is that Mr. Wilson talked in coded language about a bounty, recruited others to travel to California, and texted their biographical information so flights could be booked, flew from Chicago to San Diego, traveled by car to LA, and traveled to a hotel where TB was staying, followed by a passenger in the white BMW that tracked TP's black Escalade, and they traveled to a hamburger restaurant after the shooting and shot back to Chicago. He's saying that's all that he did. All he did was all of this stuff, right? He traveled to a hotel. They literally went to the hotel where Quando Rondo was staying. Right? They followed and was a passenger in a BMW that tracked his Escalade. So yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Right, yeah. Nigga, that's called stalking. You stalking the man. What the fuck? You talking about that's all I did? Right, you stalking him, motherfucker. The hell?
Somebody's hammering. It's so annoying. Anyway, alright, basically he's just trying to wiggle his way out of this. Okay, it says the charging history has changed. Okay, they're charging They said originally at the direction of Banks, defendant Wilson would be paying the bounty or monetary reward or cause payment for the killing of Savia Robinson on behalf of the co-conspirators known and unknown. The conspirators hired to kill Quando Rondo. So they're basically saying that the superseding indictment removed that allegation, and they only have a remaining payment allegation is a general statement that the co-conspirators known and unknown, including Banks and Wilson, would be willing to pay anyone who took part in the killing of Quando Rondo, but it doesn't allege that Mr. Wilson paid anyone. So what he's trying to say to get out is he's basically saying, look, the first indictment said I was there to pay the killers. The second one doesn't say I paid anyone, and it said that, you know, we would pay anyone who took part, but you ain't got proof that anyone got paid. So it says the narrowing's material. They basically originally the detention order was based on the fact that Didi was paying the bounty for the killing of Quando Rondo. Right there. But now the superseding indictment doesn't have it. The government has narrowed Mr. Wilson's role in a manner that goes directly to the danger and the seriousness of the inquiries and constitutes new material information being considered for the detention determination. So he's saying it's only right that he should be reconsidered. It's also interesting, it says the government doesn't even contend that Didi was part of the ongoing pattern of violence. He's only charged with being involved in the single incident where Lil Pab was killed, and the bounty is not alleged to have been supplied by Mr. Wilson. It also says the alleged underlying motivating event, the murder of King Von, had nothing to do with Mr. Wilson and is years removed from anything he was alleged to do. There's no allegation of subsequent violent conduct by Didi, and basically they're saying that, look, he ain't done nothing, he wasn't even around when Von got killed, and he just joined in later on, and he don't want to be part of this, okay? And he's saying that he's not a danger to the community, he never directed armed finance, transported or executed any violence, he is alleged to have recruited and organised travel for people, and it says that he is basically the least serious defendant in the case. It also says because every alleged participant in the trip is in federal custody, which is interesting because that kind of hints towards there being snitches, right? Because it's like there's a few people that were allegedly on that shooting, we don't even know who they are. Well, they're still in federal custody or something like that, okay? So they're basically saying that the whole gang has been broken apart and there's just no way, basically. So what's interesting is it says here the joint trial is set for August the 20th, 2026, but 3 months before the trial, so, you know, just this month, basically, pretty much to the day, yesterday would have been exactly 3 months before trial. So it seems to suggest that the government has, as recently as yesterday, signalled that they'll be charging new alleged incidents as direct evidence. And that includes, basically, the government withdrew evidence initially at February 9th hearing.
So they doing that shit a couple of months before the, you know what I'm saying, the court thing and shit. That's crazy. They just want to fry his ass.
And the defense refocused on the operating charging document, but then it says, okay, it wasn't yesterday, it was on May the 13th. The government announced that it would actually bring back the Chicago incident, the murder of Stephon Mack, and an entirely new incident, the Atlanta attempted murder committed by King Von and Lil Durk. So they've expanded discovery on 2 alleged events. So that means a whole bunch of new information, footage, evidence about those incidents now needs to be looked at by the defense. It says both alleged incidents long predate the conduct in this case. The Atlanta incident occurred in January 2019, more than 3 years before Lil Pab was killed. And it says Durk was arrested on those charges in May 2019, and the charges were dismissed under prosecutorial decision. So Banks was never officially indicted. And then it says the Stephon Mack incident occurred in January 2022, before Lil Pab was killed. And basically it says law enforcement investigated both incidents for years before the government filed the original indictment in October 2024. So it's saying the government had every chance to include them, they chose not to. Then they brought up the murder of Stephon Mack in an attempt to basically stop Durk having bail. And it says they withdrew the proffer at a February 9th hearing 3 months before the trial. Now the government is bringing all of that back. So they're basically saying this is unfair. None of this involves DD. He basically will sat in custody for months while counsel basically goes over and develops a defense to 2 things that even the government admits he had absolutely nothing to do with.
Hey, but he do got a point though. Didi don't get really no involved in that part though. What they gonna say? Guilt by association or some shit?
But it's like, okay, but the government's saying Durk had a lot to do with this and all the other guys knew as part of the enterprise. So I don't think this is going to work, but it does basically leak a whole bunch of information. And basically it says, the court itself flagged this risk when they denied severance so that Didi couldn't separate his case from Durk's. The court observed the motion was stronger before the government's withdrawal of the Chicago incident. So it says the government now reintroducing that stuff It's saying the court identified that this was weakened prior to the severance motion. It's restored. So they're basically saying, look, you basically said that we can't sever because the government has withdrawn a bunch of shit that you weren't involved in. Now they're bringing it back. He's basically saying, well, I should have my right to sever or at least get some bail. So it says Mr. Wilson doesn't move for severance. He notes only that any joint trial scenario built on these new charges won't hold until August the 20th, and he'll pay for that delay in custody. So he's basically saying, look, I've got nothing to do with that. Can you please let me out on bail?
Bro.
You're going to spend months looking into these 2 new incidents, and he's offering, you know, a large, maybe not so large, but he's offering basically a package of bail. He said his father's got a $40,000 residence and he's willing to put up equity. His sister will put up a $50,000 appearance bond. His cousin will put up a 50 grand bond. And basically just saying that he'll be happy to be on house confinement, GPS monitoring all at his stepfather's residence, no travel. He just wants to get out of there. And I don't think this is going to work out. I think this is really bad news, because if they hit Durk with that other murder charge, I mean, he was already facing life. But now they put in the other murder charge on him. And as I told you in this video, there's 6 people that Durk, his name has been connected to their murders. So it's a very, very bad day for Lil Durk.
Man, Durk ain't killed Durk though. But shit, folks innocent. He ain't do shit. He want out. Shit.
So we really are.
Let's get into this Dolph situation, man. More updates on this Dolph.
Finally at the resolution of the Young Dolph murder case. And it seems like most of the people that have been alleged to have been involved in the hit went down and crashed and burned. Now, some people that were accused of being involved in the hit didn't face no consequences. Fernandez Govan, he beat his charges of being connected to the case. He's out here a free man. I've done an interview with him. Vlad, Adam, all that kind of stuff.
That's crazy, dude. Free. And you know what I'm saying? He did the murder. That's crazy, chat. Damn.
But now we finally got the sentencing for one of the last people that was allegedly involved in the Young Dolph hit, and this one kind of has some people. Has some people divided, okay? Because he actually took a plea deal in the case. He allegedly actually gave up the goods just as far as identifying himself and Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, as the shooters. And this is one of those situations where it's like you would have thought that cooperating or taking a plea would have worked out a little bit better. But unfortunately, Cornelius Smith was just too deep in the streets to really get a good deal. So let's hear what the news had to say about his sentencing, and then I'm going to break down some of the backstory about how we got to this point.
Young Dolph's murder has finally come to a close tonight. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Skurlock.
And I'm Greg Hurst. Cornelius Smith, the last suspect in the Memphis rapper's murder, admitted to his guilt and received his sentence today. Our Quamita Wilborn has details on the plea agreement.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily? Yes, Mom.
Judgment has come for Cornelius Smith. He is the final defendant charged in the murder case of Adolph Thornton Jr., better known as Young Dolph. And on Friday morning, he accepted a plea deal. Instead of the first-degree murder charge initially placed against him, Smith pled guilty to the lesser charge of second-degree murder. All other charges against him were dismissed.
Hey,
Smith,
folks comfortable. He got the Crocs on though, bro. He's sitting there comfortable with the Crocs on. Can't forget that. Sitting in that chair.
will serve 20 years at 100%, and his attorney, Michael Scholl, says this does include time served, which means Smith, who is 36 years old, could be released by his early 50s. The beloved Memphis rapper was gunned down on November 17th, 2021, while visiting a cookie shop in South Memphis.
Basically, from his arrest forward, Mr. Smith has taken responsibility for this, admitted his involvement.
Smith has been a key witness in the trials of his former co-defendants. On the stand, he has detailed how he and now convicted murderer Justin Johnson planned and carried out the hit. Johnson is serving a life sentence with an additional 35 years. Hernandez Govan, who was accused of being the person behind the hit, was acquitted of all charges. Scholl says that before a deal was ever put on the table, Smith made it clear he wanted to cooperate within a week of his arrest.
Has been extremely remorseful for what's gone on, and just trying to do whatever he could do to make things a little bit right. It's important to remember Dolph. He was a cherished member of this community, and I know we all refer to him as a rapper, but he was a family man.
Deputy District Attorney Paul Hagerman says Dolph's family is pleased with the outcome.
They understood and they were in the loop all along that to solve complex cases like this, oftentimes you need somebody to cooperate. We struck a balance of something that's firm and something that gave them a measure of justice that they wanted.
Reporting for your news leader from...
So it's an interesting case. So I want to rewind back and just give you a little bit of backstory about exactly why the murder of Young Dolph went down in the way that it did.
Man, it's crazy how he went down, though. Nigga just trying to get some cookies, man. That's it, bro. Just imagine you going to the store for some cookies and motherfucker just come and find your ass up. Like, damn, I'm just trying to get cookies. Damn.
Apparently this is one of the big reasons why this whole thing went down, and it's Hernandez-Govern that's breaking it down, okay? There's been a lot of speculation as to why Dolph was killed, and, you know, there's been a long-running beef between Young Dolph and Yo Gotti, obviously, in the streets of Memphis. That's a big deal. But apparently, one of the big reasons why the hit might have actually gone down is because of one disrespectful encounter with Key Glock, who was one of Young Dolph's artists and one of his right-hand men. They released mixtapes together. And apparently, Key Glock ran into Yo Gotti's brother, Big Juk, on a plane, and apparently spat in his face.
Damn.
And this is actually the circumstances that ended up leading to the murder.
And I hate to see it, you know, or whatever, but, you know, it is what it is, but he spit in Juk's face.
Damn. That's
so Glock and Juk on the same plane in November.
In November, same month, Dolph get killed.
Yeah, that's disrespectful, chat. You know what I'm saying? You don't spit in another nigga face, especially a grown ass man. For real. Them consequences.
Before or after?
Before.
Okay.
And Dolph get killed, and you know, some things were said, you know, and to be fair, Juk started it. You know, Juk said something to Glock first. He said something to Glock, and Glock said something back. You know, and they was sort of face to face, and you know, Glock surprised Juk and probably whoever else was in close proximity of this situation. And I hate to see it, you know, or whatever, but you know, it is what it is. But he spit in Juk's face.
Oh, shut the front door.
Yeah, he spit in Juk's face, you know, and this shit in black and white. It's in our discovery, you know. Yeah, they know about it. The whole city know about it.
Hold on. Key Glock spit in Yo Gotti brother face.
He did that. He, you know, he caught Juk off guard.
That's crazy.
He did that, and it ain't, you know what I'm saying. Of course, you know, I would never say nothing to try to make Juk, you know what I'm saying, look bad or whatever. But it, you know, it's the truth. I mean, if I'm arguing with a nigga,
so that nigga gone.
You know what I'm saying, and in my heart, I feel like I'm him, and I don't know what he thinking. Technically, a nigga could spit in my face.
So hold on, let me ask you, because it's a difference between like we talking.
But fuck it.
Spit accidentally come out my mouth.
Hey, what the fuck he just say? A nigga spit in your face. Hell, I don't give a fuck who you is. You ain't spitting in my goddamn face. The fuck is you talking about? His ass tweaking. Oh, bro.
No, Glock did the unthinkable.
Intentional.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah, Glock.
I'm swinging,
But
Chad.
that's crazy, right? That probably gives quite a lot of motive for Big Juk, allegedly.
Chad, I'm swinging. Niggas spitting. I'm swinging. I'm swinging on motherfuckers. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Who's the real mastermind. Big Juk ended up getting killed before he could really be part of any trial. But that kind of does give Big Juk some pretty strong motivation to go and kill Key Glock's right-hand man. Now, during the trial, prosecutors would actually allege that Yo Gotti's brother Big Juk was actually the very person who put the hit on Young Dolph's head. So now we got the context, we can understand.
Government says Yo Gotti's late brother Big Juk put out a $100,000 hit for whoever killed Young Dolph, then met with the two suspects before the shooting. Here's a live look inside the courtroom as opening statements continue. The two first witnesses will be family members. Rosalind Freeman breaks down the biggest question that remains. Which suspects will we expect to see in court today?
Multiple sources told Fox 13 Jeremy Pierre that Justin Johnson will be the first to stand trial today. Johnson is one of the alleged shooters who shot and killed Dolph in November 2021. He was one of the 4 people charged in that case. The others are Cornelius Smith, the second accused shooter, along with alleged mastermind Hernandez Govan. A 4th person, Jamarcus Johnson, took a plea deal last year, admitting to being an accessory after the fact. We do know that the jury has already been selected and brought in from Nashville for this trial. Fox 13 will be here every step of the way. There will be live coverage, and we will continue to keep you updated. Live from downtown, Rosalind Freeman, Fox 13 News.
Fox 13
so, during
News.
Cornelius Smith's testimony, okay, he would basically, as we saw in that original clip, have remorse, and he would want to help the state try and, get justice for Dolph. So in his testimony, he would identify both himself and Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, the guy that went down in flames, as the the main person. He would identify himself and Justin as the shooters. Give up the goods.
So y'all?
Yeah, that's us right there.
Stop it here.
Damn.
It's me.
I hate when they blur.
Can you stop it? All right. We're gonna back up. I wanted to, back up a little bit. All right. First guy out of the car, who's that?
It's me.
That's you? Which one of the guns do you have?
I got the little Draco stab on.
Okay, that's that semi-automatic weapon, is
Got
that right?
that big Drake.
You ever shot that thing before?
Nah, I ain't never shot one of them.
First time today. That day.
That's your Gap hoodie, is that right?
Yeah, it's me.
That's you, who are you shooting at?
Don't.
All right, now back it up again, Miss Iris, if you would. Back it up for Justin getting out of the car.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Did they stole his car too? He just got in Dolph's car.
All right, who's the second person here that got out of the driver's side?
It's just.
He's got the smaller handgun, is that right?
Yeah, the bad baseball, bad pro baseball.
You're firing this crazy thing. What you see? What are you feeling?
I won't feel nothing at the time, but I ain't gonna even let it. I won't feel nothing at the time. I was just, trying to get some money.
Trying to get some money?
Trying to get some money.
Bet you probably would have wasted on oxycodone and ecstasy.
So it's really sad, man. He's just saying, look, I just did what I didn't even think about. I was just trying to get some money. There was a $100,000 hit, apparently from Big Jook, and that's why he did it. So he was the first person bailing out the car, firing the shots, and then he decided to tell. He apparently felt remorseful. He decided to tell. So Straight Drop, that's running up behind him, seemed to be like the less proficient killer in this case. Straight Drop ended up getting life in prison plus 35 additional years. And the man who was front line in the quarterback of the drill,
he free.
He ends up only getting 20. How insane is that? That you could be the ringleader of a drill.
My fault.
The guy's just following behind you, busting a few shots in the background. You decide to tell, and he gets life plus 35 years, and you get 20. It is insanity, but that's how the justice system works.
It ain't fair, chat.
He been posting on social media from behind bars ever since this went down. He posted a new video from prison, showing off his prison fit. Got the new watch on, new chain. He looking like he at home. He don't look like he in prison. At the end of the day, he just in there forever. Okay. So
that nigga made it, you know what I'm saying, his crib in the, it don't look like he in prison. He made it his crib in that chat. Real shit. That shit crazy. Hell no.
The recent sentence of Cornelius Smith, Young Dolph's fiance actually reacted to the news of him getting 20 years. He said, may God have his entire way with him and every other coward involved. 20 years plus time served will never be enough. Okay. And it's crazy for him to really frontline the drill like that, and get 20 years is just insanity. Now, a few weeks before the sentencing, there was a picture that was posted online that basically proved that the streets of Memphis are still divided. There was a picture at one of Young Dolph's murals in Memphis, and there's a bunch of young YNs, as they call them, pointing guns and Glocks with switches on them at Dolph's mural.
Disrespectful motherfuckers.
On every odd block trying to clear the street.
God damn it.
Yeah, these kids are still on nonsense, right? It says they just gained beef with 4 different hoods because of this one post. He was saying, I'm sure they were already ops, and they is. As far as I'm saying, older guys getting involved. If you noticed, a Paper Route Empire already killed Trula, Big Homie, and Jerk. Now the attention going to go towards the YNs. And focusing on the YNs is where they lose at. The YN going to be a YN quick to throw their life away.
Yeah.
The situation is let the streets clean themselves. Okay? Send the spirit.
That's all they going to do.
Curse them little boys.
It's going to be in front line with that shit. Just die. That's all they going to do, chat. Just be in front line dying. Throwing their life away.
Look disappointed in them. Okay? It's an LOL. Pointing a gun at a deceased person you didn't even kill is crazy kind of desperation and just sad. That being said, long live Dolph. Okay?
Yeah.
So I do actually think it is pretty reprehensible that you can actually go frontline on a drill and lead the drill and murder somebody and then snitch. 20 years.
That's fucked up though.
Considering how vicious that attack was, he's lucky to have done all that on camera and got 20 years. They're saying he's got to serve 100% of it, but he's getting time served. But the other guy that was trailing off behind, but he was making more songs about it, he got life plus 35 years. Tell me how that's fair.
Damn.
Okay, but let me know what you thought of that. I just did a David video.
Yeah, that's cold. I ain't gonna even lie to you, Chad. Nigga, then you get 60 years? God damn. God damn, my mouth's all wiggly and shit. What the hell?
No Jumper holds young and have.
Fuck.
Was arrested last night on murder charges. Now the situation.
Oh yeah, chat. If y'all know who Young Hefe is, he the guy that be on No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? Be in the interviews and shit. Let's get into it though. Y'all know. Fuck it.
And circumstance surrounding his murder has a lot of people torn on whether or not he deserved to be arrested.
Aunt Hefe, the rapper and co-host of the No Jumper podcast, has been arrested for murder. Law enforcement sources have told TMZ that Aunt Hefe was busted by LAPD's elite robbery homicide division and booked for felony murder. He's being held at the LAPD jail on a $1 million bond. Adam 22 told TMZ that Aunt Hefe has been a great podcaster for the last year or so, and as far as he knew, Aunt wasn't really in the streets like that anymore, so this is all a huge shock.
When I first found out that it was arrested, the first thing I looked at was the bail. When I seen $1 million in California, in LA County,
murder.
That gotta be a murder.
Murder.
In California, you can commit armed robbery and you'll be home the next morning, man. No bond or recognizance. That's just a fact. So the fact that you got $1 million bond, I knew it was murder from the very beginning and the very gate. But when I got the full details and when I got an understanding of what exactly took place and how he got a murder charge, I put myself in his shoes, and the first thing I said was, man, I'm just lucky it wasn't me, man, because I don't see myself doing anything differently from what Aunt Hefe did. I want to preface this by saying, if the story is true, then what Aunt Hefe did is something that a lot of us, if we were in his shoes, we would probably do the same thing. A lot of us have a certain level of distrust and hatred in our hearts for dudes in the streets. And if we leave our home, the last thing we want is for a street dude to breathe on me. The last thing I want is for a street dude to interrupt my day, to disturb my day, to breathe on me in public. But if a street dude pulled a stunt on me, how they pulled a stunt on Ant from the story we're hearing, I don't see myself doing anything differently. I can see YouTube commentators making videos like this. Poetic Flacco just tricked himself out the streets. Poetic Flacco just ruined his life. It's over for Poetic Flacco. I could see myself in Ant's shoes right now. Here's a video of Aunt Hefe moments after the incident that led to his murder charges. This video tells you everything you need to know about the incident.
What's the good old deal with the good old people, man? Today was not a good day, bro. Today was one of those bad days, man, where the devil was working hard, man. He was at work, man. And he was this close, man. He was this close this close to cashing in on wishful thinking. So right now, right, I'm in a phase where I'm trying to regroup, you know what I'm saying, and think things through, man, and just, you know, create the space to be calm and copacetic.
Hey, my thing is, why motherfuckers feel they can go live right after they done killed somebody? I do not get that shit. You just basically snitching on yourself. Cause, you know what I'm saying, the phone tracked and all that shit what you doing. You know what I'm saying? The phone was there when you murdered the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's tracking you. Why the fuck are you having a phone with you, nigga? God damn. Shit.
Saying through the storm, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully y'all had a good day up out there though, man, on this Monday, man, you know what I'm saying? To anybody's day who was bad like mine, we gonna make it through, champ, you know what I'm saying? As long as you make it through the next day, man, we gotta, you know what I'm saying, we got another chance, man, to recharge, man, and regroup, man. Salute.
Regroup.
Stay strong.
And the YouTube video that he made after this video tells us the full story, bro. This man, eyes is red. He looked disheveled. He looks like he wasn't sleeping. He looks worried and stressed.
It's a good old big deal with the
God damn.
Your boy Young and Hefe don't care about nothing
Boy.
what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe because it don't cost you nothing. Press that button and if you ring that notification bell.
Boy, take your ass and go cry, boy. What the fuck is you doing? The hell is you going? Man, go cry somewhere, nigga. Hell no. I won't even be on live, nigga. I've been crying.
I'm gonna bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's hot topics with your boy.
This nigga shit red, folks.
I'm gonna deliver you.
What the hell?
Like the other. The recipient of hot topics.
Man,
come on, man.
Looking into space, expressionless, eyes is glossy.
Man.
Looks like he was crying all night. Looks like he hasn't slept. He's stressed out.
That nigga.
Man, Jill.
Hey, that nigga blasted. That nigga far gone. That nigga. I can't even do this shit. I can't even do it for this shit. So I'll get it, chat. This motherfucker tweaking. Oh, phone up.
Like, that's scary, man. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, bruh. All right, I'm rooting for Ant, man. But yeah, Jillian, that's scary. God damn. But what took place and what happened? This right here is the reaction of somebody who realized they just got tricked out of their position. They just got tricked out the streets by somebody who ain't worth being tricked out the streets over. Young and Hefe at about 2 a.m. in the morning went over and tried to get some tacos.
Taco Tuesday.
Now, this late night taco run ended up in a homicide investigation.
The LAPD says there was an argument just before the gunfire, and it all unfolded just steps away from a busy taco stand.
NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi joins us live from the LAPD headquarters after talking with witnesses. Camilla.
Hi, Jonathan and Kathy. Telemundo 52 spoke with the brother of the man who was killed. I also spoke with one man who was working at the taco stand last night. He told me he heard about 7 to 8 gunshots.
Young and Hefe is from A-Tray Gangsta Crib. Young and Hefe goes to a taco stand. He's standing in line for some tacos. Now, when you are a black man and you have elevated to a certain place in life,
yeah, why the fuck you going?
Where Young and Hefe is at?
Hey, why the fuck you at a taco stand, nigga? Why the fuck you at a taco stand? You got money. You supposed to be hiring motherfuckers to get your shit. What? See, that's the first mistake you did right there. You fucking up. Damn, nigga.
Podcaster,
shit.
A successful YouTube channel. He's on No Jumper. He's famous. The rapping stuff is working out. You want to stay away from certain places, not because you are scared something will happen to you, but you don't want to be around certain groups of people, the street dudes, the street niggas, right? Because the street niggas as a black man is our biggest obstacle, right? Is our biggest obstacle, man, the street niggas. As black folks, we're creative, we mind our business, but there's a subsection of black people called street niggas where they don't know how to mind their business. So Young and Hefe is at the taco stand, minding his business, trying to get some tacos, trying to eat. A Pablo Blood pull up. I think like into Pablo's from like 5'4" or 5 dudes, who knows, right? But the Pablo Blood pull up. Instantly, An altercation breaks out. He starts to bang on young Hefe. Where you from, blood? And Hefe, I'm from A-Tray Gangsta Crib.
See?
Cool.
That's where you fucked up once again. Second mistake. You know what I'm saying, responding to a fuck nigga. Gonna trick you off the streets. Why is you responding to dumb shit like that, bro? You better than that. Like, that's... Yeah, I see how you get tricked off the streets, nigga. That shit crazy as hell. Now, y'all ass sit in jail and think about what the fuck you done did. For real.
That should have been the end of it. Hey, you from Pablo's? I'm from A-Tray Gangsta Crib. I'm here for some tacos. Let me go by my date. But no. Back and forth kept happening.
They ain't go back and forth with the nigga.
Did something that I think we should all do. Young and Hefe walks away. Gets back into his car. Now when Young and Hefe gets back into his car, the Pablo Blood follows Young and Hefe to his car. Now here's the thing, okay? When a gang member asks you, where you from? That's dumb. Asking you to validate, right? You have a right to walk where you're currently at.
Right.
Now, my rights to walk and freedom of passage is my natural rights. Is my birthright, okay? My natural right is freedom of passage and my freedoms. Okay, so I can walk anywhere I want to walk because that's my natural right as a human being. Right? And nobody has a right to tell me where I
That's
can
true.
walk, right?
You're right.
If a gang member asks me where I'm from, I'm not, man. Yo, leave me alone, man. All right, man. I ain't answering none of that, bruh. But you know, gang culture, that's the thing. So Hefe answers it. Now I guess when young Hefe is going back to his car, the Pablo Blood probably feels like he got the best of the situation, and he wanted to get the best of Mo. So he follows young Hefe to the car. Hefe is in the car. The Pablo Blood is still talking ish from the vehicle.
That shit.
F this, F this, F this. And when I say F this and F this, y'all know what I mean when I say F this and F this. I can't say it, right? Because you feel me? Again, I got Crip homies.
Gangster banging.
Who I love. Who, you know, certain words I can't say because if I say them words, P Nice will call my phone tripping.
He fucked the Crips, nigga.
Right, Rockstar will call my phone tripping. KK will call my phone tripping if I say certain words, right? So I respect the Crips, so I'm not going to say the word, but saying all of that. And after a while, man, when I walk back to my car, I'm in my car, I'm trying to leave, you right here, I don't know what you reaching for, you yelling aggressively. And Young and Hefe just had enough, man.
And bang.
Just had enough. Pulled out the pistol, shot about 7 to 8 times.
Damn.
Got hit, bro died.
Smoked his ass.
And now we're here. Allegedly. Because he's still fighting the case. He could be completely innocent. This could have all been a misunderstanding. So allegedly, people, allegedly.
So how he died?
But allegedly,
the fuck you mean?
That's why Young and Hefe killed the dude from Pablo Bloods.
Let's go ahead and get you to some video from earlier. In this clip, you can see several bullet holes in a fence near the stand. The LAPD says the shooting was reported just before 2 in the morning near the intersection of Holmes and Slauson Avenues. As you mentioned earlier, there are a number of businesses in the area. Police say a man walked toward a car and there was some sort of an argument. Police say the man was then shot and the shooter took off in a car. It is unclear at this point what led up to the argument. The family of the man who was killed has identified him as 30-year-old Deshaun Coleman. They shared a photo of him with our team. Here was more from his family and reaction from a man who was working at the taco stand.
We don't know nothing. All we know, we need justice. He was a good person, a loving person. He took care of everybody.
We hear some people yelling, like yelling bad words.
Jelling? The fuck you saying?
Fighting.
Did you hear the gunshots?
Yeah, I hear the gunshots. I hear like 7 gunshots.
Did you say jelling? What the fuck you talking about? The fuck you just say? Oh, bro.
And that scares me. I didn't move. I was frozen, like no zero nerves. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if to run or to stay.
Don't stay still, nigga. Run. Fuck you talking about?
He's been working at the taco stand for several months.
You hear gunshots, nigga. Run. Fuck you doing? You gonna stand there? Oh, shots fired. Look at the bullets flying. Nigga, you get your ass out of there. That's the fuck you do, nigga. What the fuck you talking about?
First time he has seen a shooting in the area. Again, at the Sauer, police are still looking for the shooter, and they do not yet have a description of the suspect's car. Anyone with more information on this is asked to call the LAPD. We're live in downtown LA. Camilla Rambaldi, NBC 4 News.
Camilla, thank you.
And Hefe's bond is $1 million, 10%. He only needs $100,000. I think Hefe has $100,000. Hefe has a dispensary in town. So
he got that bread.
All type of ways. He should have $100,000. I'll be very shocked if Hefe doesn't have $100,000 to pay his bond.
Shit, he got a podcast and shit. Man, he got $100,000 to do that shit.
Would Adam pay it? Now, I was watching the No Jumper show, and Spody Face asked Adam, like Adam needs to go ahead and bond out Hefe. Now, do I think Adam is putting up $100,000 of his own money to bill out somebody? I don't think so at all. Now, Adam did bill out Brick Baby, but I think Brick Baby bond was like $5,000. Well, it was 10% is $5,000. So I don't know, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think
let
about
them know.
This, right? Do y'all feel like what Hefe did was justified? Do y'all feel like he can?
Man, look, check this out, chat. Finna break it down, man. He could have avoided that shit for number one, nigga. You got money. Your ass could have asked somebody else to get you some goddamn tacos, some Taco Tuesday, nigga. Number two, you know what I'm saying? You gonna, know what I'm saying, talk shit back to the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Where you from? You gonna, like, bro, come on, bro. Like, you ain't even gotta, you know what I'm saying, go through all that shit, bro. You a grown ass man. You got money. You ain't got to be gang banging. You know what I'm saying? Number three, shit, your ass walking to the car. All that goof ass shit. It just, man, your ass should have been at that damn taco stand at the beginning with. You could have avoided all that shit. You wanna know what I'm saying? Talk shit back to the motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. Real talk.
Sean and Marlon Williams just...
We finna get into the Aries Spears, though, once again, man. Let's go.
Ethered and destroyed Aries Spears during a podcast they recently did. And quite frankly, Aries Spears deserved every second of this.
Y'all now, because you've been around, you two have been around, your family has been around through eras where it wasn't, where y'all were famous without the clickbait, right?
Yeah.
So now that you do get your name added to a bunch of things that where you could just be sitting at home minding your business, and they like, we spoke to Sean.
I wouldn't even know that was on because I'm so not even on social media. I would have to tell them.
Yeah.
Someone on social media had you know what they said about you that didn't happen?
Right.
You know what happened that didn't really happen?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I gotta bring you in on this, man. This is crazy.
Because you had one too.
I did.
Yeah, they called you arrogant. It was a comedian, Aries Spears, I guess.
Oh yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh shit.
Wait.
Hey, that's fighting words. Che called folks as a bitch. Damn. Bitch ass nigga. Damn.
I'll show you guys what Sean Wayans is referring to shortly, but this is one of those situations where
God,
Aries
folks a
Spears
bitch.
brings the beef and the trouble upon himself. He literally brought this upon himself for no reason whatsoever. Now, this is not like a situation where Vlad TV is asking him a question and he's, you know, kind of forced to answer the question because he's getting paid. No, he is talking about something completely random, and he brought up Sean Wayans' name into the conversation simply to hate. That's it. Simply to... There was no reason to bring up Sean Wayans whatsoever. He brought him up just to hate.
The reputation that exists about Aries, the big Loch Ness monster, is he's difficult. A lot of people don't like him. He's this. He's a diva. I'm honest. Yeah. I am brutally honest. To the point where, you know what? And I've said this. My mouth can be my biggest attribute, but it also can be my biggest detriment. Are there times when I probably should shut the f*** up? Yes. but I'm honest. And even when you're honest in what might be deemed a good way, people don't like honesty. Especially when it doesn't work in their favor. They don't like honesty. So they hit you with the labels, hater, this, that. And it's like, for all the shit that people say about me that don't know me half the time, when I go to a comedy club, my ritual is to have my headphones in, not because I'm trying to be a dick or arrogant or aloof because I think I'm the hottest guy in the room. It's game time. I'm like the Bulls. What time is it? Game time. Ooh, I'm getting my focus on. I'm scouring the room. I'm picking out who the potential might be I gotta with. Because this person's over here is too drunk. Or this fat got on this wrong outfit. It's what I do. I don't like being in the green room because I feel like a hamster in a cage. I want to be out. I want to be accessible. I want people to see me, see them. That brings the guard down a little bit.
He could have stopped it here. He had no reasons bringing.
Hold on. I mean, let's not forget, you know what I'm saying? Is this nigga still on Vlad? I thought he wasn't going to be on Vlad no more. I hope this video is old. Because if he on Vlad, this nigga, yeah. He's a goofy. For real. He just said he wasn't going to be on Vlad no more. Hope this shit old.
Because the conversation was how Aries Spears is difficult to work with. I've heard that from a lot of other people. We've seen it with the Vlad situation. He's difficult. He's hard to work with. He's a diva. But how are you going to talk about how people think you're hard to work with and how you a diva, and then you bring up another man that got nothing to do with the situation and say, no, I'm not a diva, he's the diva, and you do it unprovokingly?
Unless you're or you disrespect me, yo, I'm super nice, courteous, I'm very low maintenance, I don't want anything. But then I go and I hear these stories. Yo, Shawn Wayans, you can't look at him. He wears shades in the club. You can't talk to him directly. If you make eye contact, you get in trouble. And I go, nigga, your talent doesn't match your arrogance. Like, for you to be that arrogant, you gotta be super talented. And even then, there's never a reason to be that. You should always be as humble as you can be, as gracious as you can be, and as nice as you can be to anybody and everybody, whether it's the manager of the club, whether it's a Fortune 500 CEO show, or whether it's the janitor in the bathroom. There's never a reason to...
Low-key, this nigga need to shut the fuck up. I ain't gonna lie to you. This nigga need to shut the fuck up. For real. Like, you a big clown. I ain't gonna lie.
Be a dick. So, but if you're going to be a dick...
Going to be a dick!
Dave Chappelle, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
You gotta be the upper echelon of BAP. And I'm not even saying it's right then. But you can't be Shawn Wayans, nigga's level of talent and be that arrogant, nigga. Let me reverse that, because I'm actually saying it wrong. It matters. Your arrogance doesn't match your talent.
I'm not gonna sit here and assess who's more talented. That will be below the belt. I'll let their career speak for itself. One person is worth an upwards of $200 million. One person is haggling his employer for a $600
Man, nigga broke. Man, that broke.
The career and the success to me shows and proves who is more talented. The ironic part about that, the very same accusations that Aries Spears weaponized DJ Vlad's platform to say about other comedians and other people, those same accusations got weaponized against Aries Spears. Because when Aries Spears left, Vlad TV did an interview where Vlad TV said that Aries Spears were rude to his employees. Aries Spears was hard to work with. Aries Spears was a diva. Aries Spears had an ego. Aries Spears would disrespect the employees in the building. So the same accusations you try to stick on Shawn Wayans,
that shit on
fell
you.
right in your lap, man. Now, Marlon Wayans has a problem with Aries Spears. So once Shawn Wayans gets to speak about Aries Spears, Marlon stepped in.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Is sometimes you bring out the animal inside of people. We keep our mouth shut. We don't talk about nobody. I didn't go back at him because I didn't care. But now that you bring it up, he's for that because he was begging to get inside of one of our movies or on our TV show. I hooked him up. I put him on a cartoon that we did called The Boo Crew. And I realized how crazy he was. He was a crazy man. So and what he's saying is, keep my name out your mouth. You want real black guys? We seen him get slapped up already on online. man. So and here's the
Damn.
thing, like I said, he always got something smart to say, and I have no disrespect for any black man in this business or anything. Just keep our name out your mouth. Keep our name out your mouth. He on a I had a beef with what's his name, DJ Vlad. And you know, it's one thing, between me and Vlad.
Yeah. Right.
But then Vlad asked him a question about, about the situation. And you know, Aries always got something smart to say.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but in terms of Marlon Wayne's beef with Aries, Marlon Wayne's to me is a tad bit being unfair to Aries, and here's why. Aries is doing an interview with Vlad. Vlad brings up Marlon Wayne's. Aries tries to keep it respectful. I think Aries at some point says, man, I don't know if I should speak on this. And Aries didn't really say too much. He gave a general opinion that I believe was still respectful. But the thing is, when you're doing these interviews, I feel like with Aries, he kind of felt like, man, I'm Team Vlad, F Marlon Wayans, right? I'm a sticker for Vlad. Well, when you're sticking up for Vlad and you're sticking up for your employers or the people who own these huge platforms, you have to realize those huge platforms are not yours, and at some point, right, you're not gonna be on those platforms.
Goofy.
Right? But you still gotta swim out here with all the relationships you burned from when you were on the platform.
Speaking of the Wayans,
Goofy.
I'm actually gonna break this little story here for the first time. We reached out to Marlon Wayans about doing an interview, and he had to speak to his person who, coordinates this stuff. Do you know how much they asked for a Marlon Wayans interview?
I can't wait to hear it.
$40,000 plus 30% of all future revenue.
He looking like, damn, I don't get paid nearly as that much. God damn. Damn, man. Vlad, pay me. Pay me, Vlad. At least 50.
This is the part where I'm going to show a lot of growth, because once upon a time ago, I would have just like a chainsaw went and let my mouth run. And it probably puts me in positions that I shouldn't or don't want to be in. So I'm going to take this moment to grow as a human being and back out of this.
Aries Spears ultimately didn't back out. He still gave his opinion. But I'm not the one to defend Aries Spears, but I think Aries Spears was as respectful he could have been during this interview. He did give his like opinion, but in like a slick way. Now, again, he could have very easily said, "Hey, man, bro, Marlon Wayans ain't worth a goddamn thing. Who do he think he is?" and went in. But he did keep it respectful. So the fact that Marlon Wayans still got beef with Aries Spears.
Shit, Marlon Wayans ain't keep it respectful. He called his as a bitch. Fuck that bitch. So, bro, damn. Shit, straight disrespectful. Oh, bro.
Because of this, I don't know. I'm kind of on Aries Spears' side with this one.
Well, I'm not going to back out of it. So basically, and me and him would DM sometimes. I remember I told him his last stand-up was great and everything else like that. And I basically hit him. I was like, my man, I'd rather you say that you just don't me, rather than give me this number like this. Because there's nobody on earth that will pay you $40,000 for an interview, much less 30% on top of that. He's like, y'all just work it out and everything. At one point, we even got on the phone, because I was basically like, this is a number.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Had you done it, do you honestly, in your gut and in your head, think that the juice would have been worth the squeeze? And before you answer that, let me say this. Before you answer, if you had somebody AI your voice, it was a cartoon of Trump,
yes,
and it was somebody imitate Trump.
Right.
If they said to you $40,000 to actually get Trump right after the shooting, so much so that when you interview him, he's got the patch on.
Yeah.
That juice is worth the squeeze, is it not?
Yes.
Okay. So if you did pay Marlon $40,000 in your mind,
plus 30%,
in your mind, in your gut, is that juice worth the squeeze?
Absolutely not.
Now we could be wrong.
Absolutely
he could give you the interview of the millennium.
Listen,
I'm just saying. Do you really go, yo? This right here,
yeah.
This is some Barbara Walters.
I had to break it down to him.
I thought Aries was being respectful. Marlon Wayans didn't. So he would bring up the fact that Aries Spears is saying that he's not worth the squeeze. However, right, a few months later, things done turned on him now. Now Vlad is telling Aries Spears he's not worth the squeeze
Yeah.
and paying him more than $4,000.
Right, that part.
Now, I don't think Aries Spears lied or was wrong when it comes to Marlon Wayans. $40,000, you have to get, again, for $40,000 to make sense, you got to get about 4 million views. I don't think that's happening. But in this situation, he's saying he wants 30% of the revenue the interview makes. So you'll have to make whatever is 70%, right, of the total number. That would have to be at least $40,000 or more because you don't want to go in the hole. I don't think that Marlon Wayans' interview is doing about 7 to 8 million views. I just don't, right? But Marlon Wayans thought that Aries Spears was hating when he said it because he should have told Vlad, hey, man, I'm staying out of this. I'm not about to tell you what a black man is worth, according to Marlon Wayans.
And I respect the fact that he was trying to bite his tongue, but he was like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Don't talk about my money or my value or what I feel about what my value is. You don't get to do that. And as a black man, you should never, ever do that because one day you're going to be in my position. Lo and behold, 8 months later, him and DJ Vlad beefing about money for
bro.
Is the juice worth the squeeze? Gonna say,
it's juice worth the squeeze.
Out of respect. And as men, you know, hey man, Aries, you got our number, holler. Cause we don't do this.
And I think it's crazy because y'all have put so many black men, black women in position. So for him to come, I'm sure there's so many other people he could have talked about.
It didn't make any sense. Like I said, I thought we were cool. I never had any beef with the dude. It just came out of nowhere.
Hey, they did put motherfuckers on chat, but I forgot who they put on bro. I for sure forgot. It ain't in my mind yet. It clicked.
Ain't too old to jump people. And it's a lot of y'all.
Why would someone start with y'all?
There's a lot of y'all.
It clicked.
It was a sucker move. It was like, yo, what the hell? What is? You got a little podcast? Sean, and I was like, Sean likes to wear his shades. Why you care about looking in this man's eyes?
He wanna look you in your eyes.
Is that the reason why you're so removed from social media? Like because of this kind of activity that happens?
Part of it, and just the other thing is, it doesn't excite me. I like real life, man. I like my family. I like my kids. I like my girl. I like to chill, man. I'm not trying to get in beefs with people and over dumb, silly stuff. Well, you gonna have beef now?
Yeah, I don't think Aries Spears is gonna respond back in a beef manner to this. I think Aries Spears understands that when it comes to like the Wayne brothers, like you're not really winning this beef, bro. Like people is choosing the Wayne brothers over Aries Spears.
Hell yeah!
And especially if you provoke them first. But y'all let me know in the comment section what you guys think, man. Do y'all?
I'm sure the hell now. Shit, especially over Aries Spears. I ain't gonna lie to you, chat. Bro. Goddamn, quick, motherfucker.
Right, so Pitchfork have just...
Alright, y'all, we finna get into some dirt situation, man. Let's get in.
Released their review of Iceman, and it's a bloodbath. They gave it a 4.8. A 4.8, so it's got a reader score of 5.8. Now look, before we get any further into this, just on the off chance that the Iceman watches this video, okay? I'm giving it Iceman right now, okay?
Man, I still ain't hear that shit, chat. I want to hear that shit. He got 3 albums. That's the first motherfucker I ever heard to release 3 albums in one day. That's some real legendary shit right there, bro.
Right now at this stage, I'm giving it like 8.4. Right now, I'm liking it. I'm rocking with it. I can't lie, I'm rocking with it. Not quite a 10 out of 10, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes these Drake projects marinate, but I just want to make it clear before I get into this bloodbath of a review that I like the project. I actually think it's very good. Didn't quite give me what I needed. All right, I needed something that was just as good, if not better, than Not Like Us. We didn't get it. All right, I mentioned in my previous video that I just dropped on this channel about Drake's lyrics that exposed a trafficking network that's apparently been going on in Miami. That Drake really should have dropped a Not Like Us, but about domestic violence and dissed Dre, dissed Kendrick, like dissed all of these guys that abuse their women and flipped it back.
I ain't heard the whole album though, but it was one song that I heard. That shit go hard. I'm talking about bars, nigga. Bars. Fucking bars. Like everything. I'm talking about when it first started to the end, chat. Bars. Like real shit. I forgot what. I think it was Iceman album. Off of Iceman album. That's only one song I heard.
You're gonna lie and say that I'm a PDF file? Okay. I'm gonna do a song about, you know what I'm saying, Not Like Us. How about, like, keep your hands to yourself? Anyway, okay, this is the review. It's a bloodbath. They're not feeling it, all right? It wasn't a perfect album. I thought it was pretty good, but a 4.8 is is brutal. So I'm going to break this down for you guys and let's just get into it. It says, part 1 of Drake's comeback trilogy is an attempt to settle the score. He does not succeed. He didn't succeed in settling the score. That is true. He didn't settle the score. He didn't come back with enough. Okay? How to resurrect yourself and carry forward, head held aloft after the biggest kill shot in hip-hop history. One way might be to hone a single. One way might be hone a single perfect statement, something narrow and vicious, a shiv to the ribs of the world that cheered your demise as your rival threw a Cheshire cat grin at you from the Super Bowl halftime show. That might have been wise, but Drake has never been wise or concise. Drake's career has been predicated on the belief there are endless ways to rephrase and restate the same 2 or 3 vague notions that have been swimming around like goldfish in his brain pan since before the iPhone was introduced. 1, fame is hard, mostly because it indulges your worst tendencies, which you can always then blame on the heavy burdens of fame. And 2, why did none of these conniving women and despicable hangers-on trust me? Oh my god, this is savage. This is savage, and I don't know, my review might get a bit adjusted by the end of this, because this is convincing. So here comes 2.5 hours of Drake music spread across 3 distinct albums that trifurcate his persona. I'm losing it today. Trifurcate? Let me Google what trifurcate means.
Yeah, I sure. I'm like, what the fuck? That's a new word for me too. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, we're doing word super.
I was finna Google that shit my damn self.
Divide or fork into 3 distinct branches, channels, or points. So he trifurcated his music into three specific angles with each of the albums: the aggrieved Iceman, the lovelorn Habibti, and the club ready made of bottom. So there was probably no other way for Drake to blast himself out of purgatory. His ideal forum has always been the drunken voice note or the self-justifying notes app screenshot. They're cooking Drake in this, man. He never met an uncomfortable silence he couldn't smother, and across his 3 new studio albums, he girds his loins for the longest filibuster of his existence. Man, they cold. Today, we're only going to be looking at Iceman, both for the sake of honouring each distinct project and because we have limited breath to draw here on planet Earth. The cover invokes Michael Jackson's iconic sequined glove, not usually a heartening sign of an artist readjusting his perspective and seeking firmer ground, but really, what would we do as listeners if the character Aubrey Drake Graham played in his music ever encountered perspective? We count on him not to. Now,
Man, I ain't gonna let you. I feel like they just hating on him, for real. Like, I heard one song. I know it ain't gonna judge much, but I think it was a song on radio I heard too. That shit went hard too. But from the songs I've just been listening to, they've been going hard. So I don't know, man. I gotta listen to the
bro, like, you just got dragged in front of the whole world for being a PDF file, they not like us, and you make your album cover, you wearing the glove of the last singing, dancing motherfucker that was out here touching kids, like,
Hey man, leave Mike alone, man. Mike, hey folks, leave Mike alone. He ain't got shit to do with it. Mike ain't touch no kids, folks. Leave Mike alone, man. That nigga innocent.
It's a bad look.
Anyway. Man, look. Nah, I ain't gonna even get into it, man, because it ain't even about Mike right now. But leave Mike alone.
All the Michael Jackson. I mean, look, he's as big as Michael Jackson. He's touched. I don't know if he's touched as many fans as Michael Jackson. Hopefully not. But anyway, the problem is all of this insight-free grousing used to be fun, and Drake's music, his rap music at least, hasn't made prolonged contact with fun in a decade. Instead, every new Drake project is a buffet of humiliation, mortification, and self-serving delusion. On Iceman, we get a few teaspoons of nourishing hilarity, but it's mostly a long platter of the cold, lumpy self-pity that made us push our chairs back in the first place. Damn, man.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie. Until they put it into words, I wasn't really realizing what a self-pity party this shit was. But like, Drake do be pitying himself. Like, bro, I do not care. You're a billionaire, bro. You convinced all the kids to gamble on stake, and like, you're a billionaire. You've managed to keep it under wraps that you're a billionaire, so you don't get the hate from all the lefties. And it's like, you still sad. You're still mad that you ain't broken up every marriage in the whole of the West Coast of America. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? On
What
Make
are
and
we
Pay, he's still
doing?
complaining about inflated streaming numbers, and on Firm Friends and on Dust, he won't leave the DSP stuff alone, and every time he mentions it, it involves the same sinking feeling as when our in-laws won't stop bringing up the same conspiracy theory at the dinner table. I'm fighting the man, not suing the rapper, Drake insists on Bees on the Table, referencing his dismissed lawsuit against UMG. This is an awkward position to take when he himself is facing multiple allegations of bot farming and stream inflation. They're cooking my boy, man. Damn it. The larger question looming over this is harder to dismiss. Who cares? They're cooking
haters.
The larger question
is
even harder to dismiss. Who even cares? As his relevance falters, Drake's eye for slights and score settling has grown so microscopic that even his stands need tweezers. Can you muster the enthusiasm for a celebration of OVO's marketing manager Nicholas Neeks Carino? Does it titillate you when he taunts ASAP Rocky because Rihanna failed to post about his single? Have you been wondering about his investment in Bitcoin futures? There are many bleak moments on Iceman, but the bottom might be Firm Friends when we're faced with lines like private arbitration leads to resolution in between entreaties for ASAP Rocky to off himself. He picks up some weapons-grade plutonium here and there, only to gingerly set it back down. Did you expect Drake the superstar to rap about a free Palestine? Maybe you will be less alarmed by the threat of substance when you learn that the entire bar is in service to dissing body butter merchant DJ Khaled. Shout out to who wrote this.
Shit go hard though.
On May
that was it.
He asks, is it the fair skin or the Jewish roots why people...
Hey, Chad, that line right there that he just said, oh, that shit went crazy if you listen to the whole song. Bro.
Want to not see me on the top of the mountain like I do the Jew. Like I do the Jew. You get it? Yeah, you get it. Only to immediately pivot back to grousing about what else? Streaming numbers. To Drake, all of this stuff is interchangeable. His mouth is a wind tunnel and his thoughts are like dollars floating in it. The production, meanwhile, drifts past like rumors of a nearby party. Maybe down the block or in a neighboring city. Production used to be the centerpiece of Drake's music. Noah 40 Shabib lent depth and weight and shade even when Drake's lyrics lacked all three qualities. But 40's name appears only on 2 of these songs, and what's mostly left is a gristle of disembodied vocal stems and workmanlike trap beats. Nearly every beat switches midway with a sigh and an implied what else is on. He's approached Terminal VIP where no overstock of guests can shock the proceeding to life.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I felt like there's been some classic songs. Remember Sicko Mode with Travis Scott? Even though I think Travis Scott is a scumbag. Sicko Mode had the beat switch, and it was a legendary beat switch. And there's been a few famous songs, especially with Drake's name attached, that have had very good beat switches. But he hit the beat switch too many times. Damn near every song on this thing's got a beat switch. If you need some help, all right, the song Burning Bridges, which is one of my favorite songs off of the album. Your baby mama ain't even post a single. Damn. Where's she at? All of that.
I gotta hear that shit.
1 minute 18. That's what you need to skip to just hear the good part. You ain't trying to hear all that. Dead. Alright? They need to either split all of the songs into 2 so we can just listen to the shit we liked, or just stop with all the beat switches, okay? 1 minute 18 seconds. You're welcome. Alright? Burning Bridges. There you go. Anyway, I said Ran to Atlanta credits 8 producers, including Atlanta heavy hitters Wheezy and Southside, yet it sounds so limp and thin it might as well have been made with one finger. Maybe we're supposed to raise an eyebrow at Drake's direct invocation of Not Like Us Third's verse, Ran to Atlanta obviously, but here, as elsewhere, it's difficult to pass his angle of attack. He's still mumbling insults at Kendrick through a mouthful of broken teeth, stuff he might have had in his drafts folder that he didn't get off in time before the neutron bomb went off in his face. White feel some guilt, and that's how your soul gets fulfilled, handing out turkeys on the camera inside of your hood. And then you go back to the hills. He doesn't seem to grasp the rules of engagement. Even now, the Mike Tyson, He's No Alexander rant, the Dusty Rhodes promo, these only work before the fight. After the crowd's seen you stretched out on the canvas and no one's sticking a mic in your face to hear you taunt your rival to go blow the dust off your plaques. Right? He got a whole bunch of new plaques. Talking shit has never been Drake's forte, and he never managed it without ample moral support. 21 Savage is still here. Boring! 21 Savage... Boring album, didn't break my MacBook, ain't seen him since.
Yeah, I ain't hear that
21
shit.
Savage, what happened to the streets? Him and all of his friends snitching and moving the goalposts and cleaning shit up.
What happened to the streets?
That's what happened to the streets. You is what happened to the streets. And 21 Savage pops out on this project, alright? What kind of masterclass of hook writing and songwriting does 21 Savage drop on this? Bees on a table, bees on a table, bees on a bees on a table. Shut up, bro. Trash. Right?
Sound
Embarrassing.
terrible.
Keeping him warm, but otherwise he's by himself. And when he attempts the language of menace, he winds up accidentally speaking the language of luggage. This shit like that bag you bring on the plane, it'll carry on. I know they're going to bring up the tennis racket one. He said, I'm doing a big one, you doing a little one. What kind of man are you? I'm a middle one. Or are you a middle one? What kind of man are you, a middle one? I'd be rather be a middle man than a little man, but still, is what it is. Can't all be as tall as Drake, can we? So much height mogging on the project. Like, okay, we get it. He raps on the same song. What do you do with language like this? So rhythmically inert, so rudimentary and flat, you barely bother to notice. It sounds like he's potty training a toddler. Above all, Iceman represents a missed opportunity, maybe his last. Kendrick won for sure. To the victor goes the spoils. No one's denying it, but we've seen this game tape before. Has anyone ever been so poised to speak about how it feels to lose, and to do so in an unprecedented history making?
Yeah, he lost. That's true, but I feel like he bounced back. You know what I'm saying? Based off of my, you know what I'm saying, hearing from the last 2 songs off the Iceman. I only heard about 2 songs, but shit, I feel like he bounced back. Shit, I feel like these niggas hating.
Making weight on a scale unimaginable.
That's my take.
The hip hop era, as Drake is in 2026. What if he had decided not to play the triumphalist game at all anymore? That's such a good point. If he'd have just been honest and been like, I got smoked, I got dog walked in that beef.
Yeah, he did get fucked up though.
You should have come back with keep your hands to yourself. All right?
Then they got Peter Road.
Keep your hands to yourself. We'll get 21 Savage on the hook. He can just say it over and over again. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Just loop it. Yeah, loop it 21. That's great. Give him a Grammy. Give him a Grammy nom. Anyway, on Make Them Cry, the album's first song, he admits a piece of him died in 2024. He's annoyed that everyone keeps asking him how it feels to meet the Grim Reaper, and he shares a bit of their humiliating comeback advice. This album better have some big features. He confesses he won't touch psychedelics because he's scared to unpack it, and then in a perfect spit-take line, he admits that he doesn't take his therapist seriously because she's very attractive. It's the kind of thing no other rapper in his right mind would say, and it raises the question, now he's failed once and for all to vanquish the bullies on the playground, couldn't he have just returned to making them uncomfortable? At his early 2010s peak, Drake served millennial cringe comedy so pure that all the supposed tough guys looked away. I've had sex 4 times this week, I'll explain. Remains a laugh line so explosive you could teach it in screenwriting class. He never would have lasted 16 seconds in a bark-off with DMX, but he made the man so thoroughly puzzled that the effect was nearly the same. What power does Where My Dog's At have against Do I Ever Come Up in Discussion Over Double Pump Lattes and Low-Fat Muffins? This was always Drake's finishing move, the one where he comes out on an empty black stage, lays out a single banana peel on the floor in front of a full audience, then proceeds to deliberately slip on it, repeatedly, and to everyone's fascination and mortification. For all of this woeful obsession with numbers, this is the reason that anyone ever streamed his music and actually listened. What happened to Drake with The Innocents? I don't think we'll be seeing him again, he raps ominously at Iceman's close. It's a threat, maybe a promise, that he will never go away, nor will he ever stop turning out the same bleak, joyless raps that seems to please no one, least of all its maker. Pitchfork score, 4.8 out of 10. Reader score, 5. Reader reviews 35. What do people say? Let's see what some of the viewers thought. This one's a little bit better, right? This one says, I had an inkling Pitchfork would end their review with a reference to the line, what happened to the Drake with The Innocents? I don't think we'll be seeing him again. But I find myself asking the same question while listening to this album. The best version of Drake was always the one who let you in behind the curtains, not the tough guy version. He continues to stray further away from his best album, Take Care Here. There was an opportunity for Drake to Take Care Here and to leave the beast in the past. Instead, we get some captivating bars over beats that
I definitely like that album, Take Care. I played the shit out that album when I was in high school, for sure. That shit went hard.
Hook and catchiness of Drake's best songs. So this is a
matter of fact, what was that song? My favorite song in that album was I Know You Been Hurt by Someone Else. Can tell by the way you carry your head. Is
a good review.
To
me, the album's very solid. I like the dark, melancholic, introspective energy. It speaks to my soul, and I think every person has this side. It's not comfortable to listen at all times, but it has depth, and anyone who's been through a bad situation can relate. I feel many people never liked him because he's not a simple person, and as a woman I found him outstanding as a rapper. He speaks to me and I can feel for him. His lyrics are wise and witty, and I always found his music catchy, yet not cliche or flat. Also, the production on Iceman to me is very good. I know people who hate him will never love him, but because they don't understand him. I feel like his music understands me, it gets to me and puts me in a certain mood. The ladies loving it, right? Despite the L from the biggest rap battle of all time and his parodic street persona which comes across as corny and Shakespeare, listening to this Iceman album was the best he sounded since If You're Reading This. There are 6+ replayable songs and a couple songs that shouldn't have been on the album, like Bees on the Table and What Did I Miss, because those songs are boring. 21, boring.
I've been hearing that, Bees on the Table. He ain't the only one that said that. I think somebody else said some shit like that too. I forget who.
Overall, the zeitgeist he's ever sounded. Overall, this is the zestiest he's ever sounded, and Drake is always going to be Drake. Even though this album is not bad, he shouldn't say all the diss chatter after starting a fire and melting. Iceman melted, man. Filing lawsuits on people he's dissing. What a sore loser. The album should be called Ice Melt. Then this might have gotten a higher score, and that was
Damn.
8. Some people are saying it sucks, the beats are horrible, his lyrics are at times laughable in a bad way, just a bunch of whining like Ja Rule before him. Drake let a battle take away from who he is. Sure, he'll get the numbers, he'll always get the numbers, but Kendrick Lamar has broken the spirit of Drake. Right? Truly bleak.
I don't believe that. I really don't believe that.
Better than Chris Brown.
Motherfuckers hating. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Real shit, Drake can't win for lose. Like, he do something good, bad, motherfuckers still gonna hate on him. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? I still fucks with it. Drake go hard.
This looks like it could be a good one. I know I'm just reading hate at once, but it's interesting. Imagine you're a middle or high school teacher. You're constantly giving your favorite student the benefit of the doubt because you see their potential. You start to have hope because at first glance they have all the proper resources and right ideas to turn in something really great. But the final product is a phoned-in mess. Drake is never going to change. He's not hungry anymore. With the student-teacher allegory, Drake is the popular kid who is never going to put effort into something truly special or unique. The existence of Iceman, ignoring the other two in the trilogy, is insulting enough. Drake's ideas, beat selection, brief lyrical genius, flow and atmosphere are so close to being not even just acceptable but great. However, nothing sticks. Ideas do not develop or overstay their welcome. His disses are surface level. The R&B tracks are lukewarm. The lyrics occasionally border on corny, and the theme of the album is quite literally a copy of For All the Dogs. We have heard this record before. It's the same album he released in 2018 since Views and Mule. Since 2018, Views are more life for the last bastions of good ideas and innovation from the king of pop rap. This is just pathetic. Look,
I don't know. I disagree with that.
I'm not gonna lie. I might adjust my review to a 7. I'm gonna knock it down to a 7 because that was compelling. I'm not gonna be as much of a hater as was in that article, but I do feel like the biggest missed opportunity here was what was the word they used at the start of this that was difficult for me to understand?
I gotta hear this.
Wait. I gotta find that word. Trifurcate, that was it. Trifurcate. I don't know if I'm even going to use this word right, but there was Drake's options, right? There was a trifurcation of Drake's options where he could have gone. Okay, he could have gone full blown destroy Kendrick. He could have dropped Keep Your Hands to Yourself, which I'm going to go straight for him. Okay, you can have that one.
Man,
he could have dropped that and he could have gunned for Kendrick.
To me personally, from what I heard from them 2 songs. Man, I need to listen to the whole album though, but for them 2 songs, it go hard to me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. To me personally, I like it. So, I can't say, oh, that whole album go hard because I just only heard 2. But, shit, I'm gonna listen to them. I'm definitely gonna listen to them.
You want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on IG.
Man, let's get into some OTFDD, Lil Durk affiliate. Let's dive deep into it, man. Let's go.
And purchase a signed copy of my book. That's how you can support me. Make sure you smash that like and follow me on TikTok.
Alright, we gonna skip this shit. God damn
it. The eldest guy next for participating in the murder of Julio Fulio. Smash that like button so this video get around if you got Twitter, TikTok, to let them know that he got money. You know what I'm talking about? He got equity. His people got houses and stuff to give up because he would have had a better chance. Now, OTFDD, by him putting in this motion, it exposed the Fed's hand on what's next for Lil Durk. So instead of us waiting on the seal document and waiting on things to come, the Fed said on 6/3/2026, which is June the 3rd, that they would be introducing the murder for hire of Stephon Mack in Chicago. Now, I must say, AJ and Marley, they copped out already. So it makes a lot of sense, you know, because the feds had all the evidence. They put a agent in the cell with him where he was talking to him about the whole murder and who paid and how much money he got and what Marley wrote.
I ain't gonna lie, you got to be a stupid motherfucker. You go to jail, you know what I'm saying? And you sit in the jail, like you sit in the jail cell talking about what you done did to, you know what I'm saying, to the next man. Like, you know what I'm saying, I done killed some niggas for dirt, you know what I'm saying. I killed them. He owed me some money, you know what I'm saying. When I get out, I'm gonna be a rich motherfucker. Goof ass. Fuck out of here.
And that he walked him down. So the feds ain't got to make no deal with him. They already know what he got going on. They know what Marley did. He shot the officer, and then, you know, they both ran. They left the car, they left evidence, they left everything. They got text messages linking to Durk. What people fail to realize is conspiracy, man. It's a conspiracy. Just conspiracy alone will get Lil Durk nailed. Alright, so DD Lawyer says, because DD Lawyer is the one who's talking, not the feds. DD Lawyer, the one who brought it up that the feds plan on introducing this, by the way. This ain't the feds talking. And DD Lawyer saying that the feds, they don't got him buying no guns. They don't have him in a shooter's car. They don't have him participating in a murder. They don't have him buying any flights or the hotel. But what they do got him is staying in a hotel, and they do got him in a car. Guess who he's in a car with? He was in a car with OTF Vonnie. Now, by him being in the car with Vonnie, we all know what Vonnie did. Vonnie flew on a plane with Lil Durk to Cali. And when he got off the plane, he decided to, you know what I'm talking about, go and handle business. He stood on business. Whatever they planned, he stood on it. He went to go and get up with the guns. The gunman is locked up. He went to go and buy the cars. The car people gonna testify. He picked them up from the airport. He brought the ski mask. They got him on that. So Vonnie will tie all the shooters up in one sentence, because all they gotta do is ask him, who did you give the 3 guns to? Because we know it was 3 shooters, but 2 of them locked up. And when he says that I gave the guns to Brown Eyes, Boogie, and co-conspirator number 2, they fried.
Yeah.
Lil Durk, was he aware when y'all was on an airplane, on a private jet, did y'all discuss before about the murder and all that? He say, yeah, Lil Durk gone. It don't matter what Drew and them say, they can argue all they want to.
He gone.
Then,
hold on, my bad. He gone for the simple fact, because he said, if y'all was following up, you know what I'm saying, on the story, he said, don't put nothing in my name. He texted that, Durk texted that, don't put nothing in my name. And he did it anyway. He's gone. He's gone.
Who was you in the car with? Oh, I was in the car with Didi. Long as you was there, you part of the murder, you part of the crime. You ain't got to shoot, you ain't got to do none of that. So therefore, everybody rap. Now, the murder for hire in Chicago is being brought up, and the Atlanta shooting with King Von. Now remember, Zoo was on live with the guy, Weatherspoon. They mentioned him in Durk paperwork. They've been mentioning a lot of stuff. They mentioned OTF Boona, him tying up the guy and dumping him by a church. They mentioned that. They mentioned Boona and them riding around O Block and ready to kill Money Duke them and the O Block members. They mentioned that. So to say that they ain't got no evidence is like you delusional. To say that they looking for a witness or any of that nature, you delusional.
So
you know what I'm talking about? Hey, look, I ain't on nobody's payroll. I just give it to y'all. If I feel like somebody could come home and they got the chance, I'm gonna give it to you like that. But if I feel like, you know what I'm talking about, everybody, you got people missing from court that ain't even on the docket that's locked up. Man, you ain't coming home, man. You got people that ain't even got a mug shot that was there that helped set it up. The person who dropped the location, he ain't got a mug shot. Number 2 is a shooter, is a killer. He possibly could have been the one that killed Lil Pab. He don't have a mug shot. Who else? The manager who booked the flights to California, he don't have a mug shot. All them participating in this day.
Man.
So by Didi putting in a motion it exposed what the feds come with next. They had the lawyer just expose what they come with next. The feds didn't expose it.
It's like, man, like they can't even put in a motion. As soon as they put in a motion, you know what I'm saying, the feds, they come back with much more evidence and they get denied. Like, this shit is crazy. This is why I'm saying dirt is not getting out. It's over with. Like, bruh, go ahead, throw away the key, bruh. Oh, bro.
The lawyer did. So the feds finna drop a bombshell. They finna be dropping paperwork left and right.
With.
You know, like I said, I don't hate Lil Durk. I'm just doing my job as a blogger.
He fried.
You got people report about D4D, Dave and all day. You got people who report about the Julio Fulio trial all day. You know what I'm talking about? That's what they do. Me, I'm reporting about who I know, what I know, and I report about other things, but I just try to stay in the lane of Chicago. But if it's anything else out there that I can report about, like a child missing or anything else, I report about it. I do 2 videos all the time. So, with that being said, Lil Durk, man, him and Drew them and all them, they robbing them at this point.
Yeah.
And Lil Durk gotta say something for himself.
For real.
I ain't saying
he got to
tell on nobody, but you
man,
gotta tell, like, I ain't get them permission to use my cards. They stole them.
Look, goddamn, you better tell. Tell. If you want your freedom, you want your kids, your family, all that shit. You want some money. You wanna, you know what I'm saying, perform on stage again. You want fans, all that shit. You better go tell, nigga. Yeah, he did it. I ain't do shit. You better go tell, bruh. For real. Fuck that. Nigga, nobody gives a fuck no more. It's 26 now. Nobody don't give a fuck about you snitching. Nigga, know what I'm saying? Gunna, know what I'm saying, got caught for snitching. Look at him. He thriving. He's thriving. Durk can do the same thing, nigga. Thrive. Tell on all they ass and you get out, get your family. You good, bro. For real.
You gotta come with some shit, bro. You don't want to just sit there like John Gotti, bro. And then you get hit over your head and you done pushed out $8 to $12 million on some lawyers that knew that you wasn't gonna get home.
Right.
Nah, to Drew Finland and to Brian Steele. Everybody keep on saying they spanking.
And then you got 2 lawyers that's high price. Brian Steele and Drew Finland. These motherfuckers worth what? Fucking millions. Like, man, man, they just robbing dirt. I ain't gonna lie. They already know what's going on. They just robbing dirt. They know dirt ain't getting out for real. They know.
Hey, to take a plea is you ain't beat no case. You can still go to jail basically if you commit a crime. So, with that being said, Drew and what's the name, they record don't add up to the murder for hire, the stalking case, and all the shit that Durk got going on. He should have got somebody who professionalized in that field.
Or something.
That's my opinion, you know. But get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about OTL putting in a motion. He knew he wasn't getting out.
Yeah, he threw.
But the lawyer's smart. He exposed the hand, so now Lil Durk know what's finna bliss him. You know, they even brought up the King Von shooting. We thought that was dismissed, but I told y'all, when Durk and them didn't come out and say, like, what was going on, and they said Von to be charged if he was alive, that's all they gave us, I say they bringing that back up.
Damn.
The feds could do what they want, man.
Boy.
I don't even understand how they bringing up the Stephon Mack with this case on charges. But you got to think about, the feds is all the states in one. So they could do anything. They could send it over there or however they finna do it. Durk is cooked. Make sure y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Next story, we talking about Alicia Andrews.
So that's how they, you know what I'm saying, your ass do a crime in Seattle or somewhere. You come back to Chicago, they on your ass. You know what I'm saying? The feds got all that shit, bro.
That's the girl who one of the girlfriends of the shooters, and she got 15 years, man. She got 15 years, and they got life. How she got 15 years? She played the victim role. She said she was beaten, and he used to beat on her and all type of things, and she got 15 years. Hey, you can't be mad at her. Hey, I ain't see her testify. I ain't see her do nothing. I seen her sever her case, and then she played victim until she got out of jail, man. but she participated. So to me, I feel like she's supposed to have life with them. But get in the comments and let me know what y'all think, man. I will be going live tonight, so make sure y'all there. Make sure you smash that hype button and that like button.
Damn it. You gotta find some type of loophole, goddammit. Shit, you gotta slither your way through. Shit, fuck around with you. Shit. Hey man, we finna get into Lil Fo. Y'all know who Lil Fo is? He used to be rapping back in 2016, 2017. Then he stopped rapping, man. Legendary shit, man. Let's go.
But I was saying, when I got on here, I was saying, like, I had stopped rapping a while ago because I started to grow, started to heal, and, you know,
Right.
as you grow and you heal, your mindset change.
Yeah. Right.
I was used to rap about, I couldn't rap about it no more, you know? And on top of that, a lot of healing needed to be done in my life. So I didn't want to, like, just go around feeding, you know, bull to my younger youth, my generation. I didn't want to go around just feeding all kind of, you know, BS to the youth.
That's right.
I had to do some healing,
Yeah.
some growing, which that's what I did.
That's what it's about, chat.
And as I started to do that, a lot of people that I was around, when I was hanging around, like all my old friends, it's like they ain't want me to do that. It's like they went against it.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't want me to heal. They ain't want me to grow. Like they went against it.
See, chat, motherfuckers like that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You know what you trying to do, you know what I'm saying? Get to it. Motherfuckers around you, they just trying to bring you down and shit. Like, oh, your ass a goofy. Your ass trying to, you know what I'm saying, be on YouTube. Or your ass trying to, you know what I'm saying, basically better yourself. Look at him, he trying to better himself. Yeah, nigga. What, you want to be on the same shit all day? Nigga, you want to be on the same block after you 40 years old, nigga? Yeah, I want to better myself, motherfucker. You should do the same thing. Like,
so once they started to get wind that I'm healing and I'm growing and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and they still doing the same thing,
right?
They get to try to remind me of who I used to be.
That's who you used to
be.
be.
They want to remind me of who I used to be, you know? When I done already overcame that, I'm already healed. But they want to remind me of who I used to be, to feel good about the person they is today. And I ain't the type of person to get on this internet and bash none of my homies or none, because I ain't never did that. And I ain't never got on the internet talk about nobody. I ain't never did that. You can't find one video of me on the internet arguing with somebody or putting somebody down. I ain't never did that. I always try to uplift everybody. But there's only so much you could take. Like a person to just keep poking, and just try to, you know, use you as a punching bag.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Because they don't want to face certain trauma that they going through in their life. Everybody channel their trauma different, you know? And it took a long time for me to heal from what I went through. You know? I started to do the work. I started healing.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people run from. They run from the healing.
They don't want to
run from the growth. They don't want to grow.
Yeah. They don't want to face the real, you know what I'm saying, man in the mirror for real. You know what I'm saying? The real facts. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to hide. Too much. That's too much. You know? Motherfuckers need to, you know what I'm saying, wake up for real. Their awareness too low.
Hey. And a lot of people will try to cling on to you because you doing the work. They try to cling on to you.
Yeah.
Thinking you gonna do the work for them.
Uh-huh.
They don't want to do the work.
Right.
Sunny is
damn.
favorites. Finn is number one at sharing. Miss Peaches is
work like that. You got to do the work on your own.
Real shit though.
You know, I never want to get on here and talk about nobody, man, because I know everybody go through. They ain't perfect. I go through, but when you see a person trying to do better in life, man, and trying to grow, you don't put them down, man. You uplift them. You know what I'm saying? You can help them if you can. But to get on here and try to remind a person of who they used to be, because you see them growing.
That shit
You
dead.
see them doing better in life. That's coward, man.
That shit dead.
You got to get out here and do what you got to do for yourself. You got to stop trying to feed off the next person's success and energy and do your own thing.
Your own shit, chat.
Because what I eat ain't going to make you... It ain't going to come out your ass. What I eat ain't going to come out your ass. So,
bro.
You just got to focus on yourself, man. Stop.
Man, at the end of the day, we all man. You know what I'm saying? We all got a mind. Shit. You could think. You know what I'm saying? We all could think out here. You know what I'm saying? Why not use that shit? Use your fucking mind. What's wrong with use your fucking mind? People so lazy to use their fucking mind. Use that shit. You know what I'm saying? We was here we was here on this earth to use this mind. We don't never use this shit. We always playing around and shit. You know what I'm saying? Start using y'all fucking mind, bro. Real shit. That's real shit,
man. And trying to remind me who I used to be, because that version of me is gone. It's gone. I already done healed, man. It don't work no more. You can't open up no wounds. I already done healed. Those wounds are already healed. You can't open. I'm not ashamed of it. I ain't ashamed of who I used to be.
That's what's up.
Cause I'm a man now. I'm a grown man. I ain't ashamed of it.
You leveled up.
I've been through a lot, but I healed though. And by me healing, I got the ability to help other people heal.
That's right.
So I'm not finna get on here and give y'all no negative reaction and try to make it seem like I'm perfect, or because I'm not. And I ain't trying to be. All I'm saying is, man, I'm doing good, and I don't want no negative energy around me, man. I don't want no negative energy around me. So that's all I'm saying, man. Stop posting that old ass music. Stop posting me on y'all page, acting like y'all ain't seen me in almost 7-8 years. Why y'all still posting me on y'all page talking about free me? I got locked up for an hour. I had a traffic ticket, a warrant for a traffic ticket. I got out in an hour. I wasn't locked up. Y'all steady posting me saying free my boy, and y'all ain't held a conversation with me in almost 8 years. Why y'all still posting me?
Clout chasing ass niggas.
Stop trying to cling on to my energy, bro. Trying to siphon energy. Do y'all own thing, man.
Bro.
I ain't worried about y'all. I ain't bothering y'all. I'm doing my own shit. I got my own shit going on. I ain't bothering y'all.
Got to worry about them clout chasers.
I live a peaceful life, man, and that's how I want to keep it. I'm not y'all, don't me. Simple. People hack all my social media accounts. They want to hide me from the world. They don't want the world to see me. They want to keep me hidden. They don't want nobody to see me. You see, I ain't got no social media.
I ain't gonna lie. Real shit, I thought he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, shit. Fucked up or something. I ain't heard this nigga in so long. I'm glad to hear that he good.
My Instagram, my TikTok, everything. They don't want the world to see me. When they hacked my Instagram, I had 600,000 followers.
What's up?
Even Instagram on the board. I've been trying to get in contact with them to get my page back. They don't even want to get my page back. You got people that they pay these people under the table, man. Like, yeah, like, they want to keep me hidden. Because I'm true to who I am.
For sure.
I ain't have to sell my soul. I ain't have to do none of that.
None of that Illuminati shit.
Not saying I ain't trying to put nobody down or nothing,
That's right, chat. Hey, watch that Illuminati shit. Shit real, chat. We gotta watch the industry. They lurking. For real, chat.
I ain't trying to throw no shade either. All I'm saying is, man, I'm different. And I know I'm different, and they know I'm different. That's why they try to hide me from the world, man. They don't want the world to see me. Just like how I was just saying, like I done heal, I'm healing and all this. Got the ability to help other people heal. That's why they want to remind me of who I used to be.
Yo, what's good, man? Show some love.
To make my word less powerful when I speak. So when people won't listen, they'll see that, they put that narrative on me so people won't listen. People will see that and be like, yeah, this ain't somebody you could look up to. when I done already healed from all that crap the narrative they trying to paint on me. I done healed from it already.
For sure.
I already healed from it. That's not who I am no more. I'm a grown man now.
Like the elevation.
I ain't ashamed of it, cause you gotta go through in order to get somewhere in life.
Why be ashamed of, you know what I'm saying, growing up, you know what I'm saying, elevating. Don't be ashamed of, you know what I'm saying, elevating in life. Hell no, we don't do that around here.
You can post all them old songs, all them old pictures, whatever. And then a lot of them doing it because they ain't got no source of income. That's another reason. They posting them videos and music because they ain't got no source of income.
Yeah.
They done went ball dry. They got no source of income. They burnt all their bridges, snaked all their partners out. They went ball dry.
No, bro.
They ball dry now. Now they trying to siphon off of me. Now. Posting them old ass songs from 10 years ago, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
I stopped making music because I wanted to be a better role model for my child.
That's what's
and I
up.
put certain kind of music out into, the world. I didn't want to feed the world certain kind of music no more because I was healing and I started healing and I started growing.
Yeah.
When my son's getting older, he watch everything I do. So I gotta watch what I say and what I do. I can't
That's right. Bro,
moving a certain way in my
can't be doing that, bro.
Start doing the same thing.
Exactly.
I ain't trying to have that. I don't want to live like.
Hey man, real shit, man. That's what motherfuckers need to be doing, man. Especially these drill rappers and shit. They be doing all these fuck shit and shit. Y'all niggas need to lead by example. That's what y'all niggas need to start doing. Y'all got all this money, you know what I'm saying? Like all this clout, but still rap about the bullshit. Don't want to use that, you know what I'm saying, clout and all that energy for, you know what I'm saying, for like role model, like be a better person and shit, you know what I'm saying? Teaching the youth, put down the guns, all that, be you know what I'm saying, be something in life, you know what I'm saying? You don't like be like figure some shit out, what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Be entrepreneur, something, anything, figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to so quick to pick up a gun. That shit crazy.
I'm raising a king. I ain't raising no.
Oh God, man.
No goofy. I'm trying to raise a king, man. My son, he gonna be raised right. I ain't trying to have my son out here living how I had to live, because he ain't got to live like that.
Bro.
I had to live like that. I ain't had no choice. Certain people channel their trauma different. But once you heal from it, ain't no point in putting nobody else down or nothing like that. Help somebody else heal. That's the goal. That's the thing. Like, and the thing with these people, they don't want nobody to heal. They want to be able to use and manipulate people, man. They don't want you to heal. They want to be able to use you and manipulate you. Because if they could keep you in a low frequency.
Man, if y'all here, man, like and share, man. For real. Like the vids. Oh, God.
They can control you. I'm not the one that they can control, so they want to keep me hidden. They hack all my social media accounts, try to silence me because I'm not the one that they can control. See what I'm saying? I do what I want to do and say what I want to say. A lot of people can't do that. I only take orders from God, that's it. I don't take orders from nobody else.
I feel it though.
So if that's what I gotta go through to keep my dignity, I don't want to trade my peace for temporary happiness. I ain't want to do that. And a lot of people hate me for that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sorry though.
I don't care to be liked. But don't try to get on the internet and bash me and make me look a certain way when that's not who I am. Don't try to paint a certain narrative about me when that's not who I am.
For sure.
I already outgrew all that. So I'm trying to evolve and grow. So if you ain't trying to help me do that, stay out my way, man. Don't be no puppet for these people, man. Don't let them people put no battery in your back and how you doing, thinking you gonna come up. You ain't gonna come up off me. You gonna make yourself look like a fool.
Goddamn
That's all
fool.
you gonna do. You gonna look like a damn fool. Trying to come up off me. So I ain't even the internet type of person. I don't get on this internet doing all. Never got on the internet talking about nobody or doing none of that. You can't find one video of me on the internet.
Not one, Chad.
Talking about
Not
somebody
one.
or putting somebody down or arguing with somebody on live. Because I never did it. And I ain't never gonna do it.
Shit.
Ain't my style. Don't get down like that.
But yeah, though, man. I already know this nigga finna keep on saying the same shit, though. But we understand the message, though, little folk. We get it. You know? But shit. That's what's up, man. I ain't hear this nigga in a long time. You know? It's good to hear him, you know what I'm saying, talking about his growth. You know what I'm saying? He ain't in jail. He ain't locked up on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He on a different type of time, man. A lot of motherfuckers ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't with that shit, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? He on a good type of time. You know? That's what a lot of motherfuckers need to be on. Instead on that damning time. But man, like I said, man, if y'all here, like the vid, man, for real. For sure, man. It go a long way. And also subscribe if y'all ain't, man. I'm out of here, chat.